car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they can't.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
52's the mark, boy, 52. And we got to get to the ball, team.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chargers.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Go that fence, Luis. Let's go. 52, right 52. Hey, shoot.
Here's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. And he missed it. It's no good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Run 80! Come on, the ball! No, run 80!
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Running on 1st down, Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. 1st down, Rivers. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
They're 180! Round 80! I'm coming. March 50, March 50, March 50. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Now Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hey, Check my 50. Mike is
from the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, here we go.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
Set, 180. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready,
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, this is Jackson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's bring it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready? Watch twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big... Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First down and 10.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Blue 30. Mike 58, right there. 50.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got Moncrief. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Like 80. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
First down 10 at their own 38-yard
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up second and a yard.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. 180. Wait. Be a long day for you. Wait. That's it.
On second and a yard, Rivers. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Rivers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here is Eckler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
390. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 50. Keep it skinny.
From the red zone now, Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't? And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It's second down.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Berryman. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Steelers 14.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 0. Check 13. Hey, wahoo! Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Man,
from the gun, Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
And the Steelers first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Connor here on first. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Victory 90, round 80. Check 55 to Mike. Man out. White 89.
Following the interception here, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Rivers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Block 15! Double time, double time. 3 out.
Going with a big fullback wide. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
First down, Steelers.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. He's at the 30, 10. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 47-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Steelers' first down.
On the ready! Okay, double up.
They'll run on first down. Samuels, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Samuels again. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Desmond King making the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Dancing to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's got a man. It's Williams. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
To throw again. Dobbs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dobbs. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
A gain of 14.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Dobbs now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down.
49, guys. Mike.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Dobbs now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Man up, D. 49 to Mike.
Dobbs is throwing.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Right here, right here. New mic, 52. Right here.
On 4th down, Dobbs. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get them one closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 44 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Step run 80. Step 180. Pick me up. Hey, Rocket. 36.
Rivers here to throw. And he's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's all right. Hey, easy.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing